I had an interesting exchange with Tony Gaskins yesterday on Instagram, and it made me come to the realization that a lot of exceptional men don't even realize that they're exceptional. They actually think they're the rule. They think the good man, the happily married man, the wealthy man, the businessman is the majority of black men. It's something that he said that made me realize that he has no clue. He isn't dating men, so of course he doesn't. And he's a dating coach for women, so oftentimes he's dealing with women. But I was a dating coach before I was a coach for women, before I became a life coach. So I've interacted with a lot more men than he probably has. Again, his target audience is women. So he posted up this quote, and what he was saying was that this quote wasn't necessarily true. And so in response, I came in and said, actually, I heard a lot of men say this, and most of the advice I give as far as men goes, I've learned from men. Now, I could have took his response as a slick diss, because what he said was basically the little 10 to 12 men that you have interacted with aren't the majority of men. And I'm like, whoa, clearly you have no clue who I am. Because when I say what I say, when I'm talking about men, it's because I've experienced hundreds of thousands of men because I was a dating coach. And I used to be a dating coach for men for almost 20 years. So I've had plenty of conversations with men. Most of the things I've learned from men. And yeah, I did my due diligence, got my license, did the research, took my sociology classes and my psychology classes. I know a lot about men. And what's funny is every time I've said that, people have given me the side eye. Years ago, when I was telling everybody that the black manosphere was a thing, and I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 years ago, people was like, oh, she's out of her mind. And now the black manosphere is a full-blown movement. But before, it was a figment of my imagination to everybody. So this is what I would like for women to know, that a lot of men are hiding secretly. They're not telling you. Men get married when they're ready to get married. Not a second before, not when they run into a woman who is a good woman and she just happens to change him. It's to some degree deep down inside, a man is ready to be a husband. And so then he becomes the type of man who is searching for a wife or a girlfriend in order to build something with. Men who are not thinking about marriage and don't want to be a husband don't just meet a woman who's a good woman and end up becoming like this amazing man for her. No, what they do is end up playing a whole bunch of good women. And this is true, or it wouldn't be so many single women who are good women out here. I don't know why it's so hard for everybody to believe that men settle sometimes too. Sometimes when men are ready to be married, whoever is standing next to them, who may not be the woman of their dreams, will marry the woman that's right there in his face because she came at the right time. I've posted clips of men saying this on my YouTube channel. So when I speak, I'm not generalizing men. I'm just saying that there are a lot of men out there who don't know how to pick a decent wife, who don't know how to be a good husband. And the men out here who are as successful and are in healthy marriages like Tony Gaskins is, it's not a lot of men out there that are like that. Men like Tony Gaskins are the exception to the rule. It's not often that women are walking down the street and meeting men like Tony Gaskins, even if they spent every waking moment at the church. Tony Gaskins is not average. So Tony Gaskins needs to stop preaching as if every man is like him.